Friends, I have the loveliest portion of scripture to read to you today. This is Isaiah 58, 10 and 11. This particular portion of scripture has great meaning to me because back about 15 years ago, I worked in a very large church in Spokane. I think it was the second largest church in Spokane. So by Spokane standards, it was quite huge. We had 3 or 4 services every weekend, thousands and thousands of members. And I had the extreme honor to start a women's ministry there. And so when I was praying about coming up with a name for it, I ended up naming it Refresher. And it was capital R, refresh, and then the H was a capital ER. So it was Refresh Her. So it was kind of a corny name, but I really loved it at the time. And it comes directly from this portion of scripture, Isaiah 58. So starting in verse 10, this is what God expects of his people. It says, "If you pour yourself out for the hungry and satisfy the desire of the afflicted, then shall your light rise in the darkness, and your gloom be as the noonday. And the Lord will guide you continually and satisfy your desire in scorched places and make your bones strong. And you shall be like a watered garden, like a spring of water whose waters do not fail." This is from the ESV translation. The one that I learned it in said, "You will be like a well-watered garden in a sun-scorched land." And so that was the motto for our women's ministry, was that we would come together and continually be refreshed. And so I wanted to share these verses with you today because I feel like in America, one of the ways that we've gotten off track is that we have set forth that we are going to, put forth this godly agenda, and we are going to turn America to be godlier and more moral and all of this stuff. But the way that we're doing it is not the way that the scriptures have prescribed. What God has prescribed for us is that we who know him and follow him would be pouring ourselves out on behalf of the hungry, on behalf of the underprivileged and underserved in our communities, on behalf of the oppressed, on behalf of anybody who feels that they are pushed to the outskirts of society. We are supposed to be pouring ourselves out for these people. And then God says that his righteousness will surround us, and we will be like springs of living water for people. We will be continually refreshing people. There's a proverb that says, "Those who refresh others will themselves be refreshed." So just wanted to draw your attention to that portion of scripture today. May the communities of God get back to serving the Lord and serving our neighbors in the way that the Lord has set forth for us to do so.